and welcome to Coming Soon, the movie review show with Stefan and John Semlich. Imagine that. Today, as promised, we are giving our early Oscar predictions. It's currently the 3rd of March. It's on the 7th, I think, that the actual things are happening. So we're just going to predict the major categories. That is, all 4 acting categories as well as Best Picture. So let's start with Best Supporting Actress. What is your prediction for Best Supporting Actress?
I suppose I would really love to see Monique win for Precious. I think that it's a very special performance, and I've heard her speak about that performance and what she really says about it, and what I find from what I've seen of the film. I think it rings very true to me.
Yeah, because when the film first played at Sundance, and I agree with you that she's going to win, and she probably deserves to win. I haven't actually seen the film, but when it first came out at Sundance, it was a surprise because of course she's a comedian. You know, it wasn't expected that she would give such a powerhouse dramatic performance, and it was interesting to see. You know, because I was curious as to whether after the initial surprise wore off, whether she would still be considered that strongly, and she was. So apparently it's something really special. So Monique for Precious, based on the novel Push by Sapphire, is both our predictions for Best Supporting Actress. Best Supporting Actor?
Christoph Waltz for Inglourious Basterds. But really, I did not like the film, and I did not like him in the film. I could barely finish it, and that's just my opinion, but that'll be my prediction.
I agree with you on the prediction. I very much disagree with you on the film. I mean, it certainly, if you don't like Tarantino's films, if you don't like Quentin Tarantino's films, you're not going to have much chance of liking Inglourious Basterds. But I thought that Christoph Waltz's scenes were the best in the picture, especially the opening scene on a French farm, and I thought his subtle menace perfectly fit Tarantino's dialogue there, and the fact that Christoph Waltz can be an excellent villain in 4 different languages. I mean, that's
impressive. Yes, but,
it's very impressive to me. So
I suppose it brings back to the fact that I'm not really a Quentin Tarantino fan.
Yeah, and that's fair. I mean, not everyone likes him. He's certainly a very distinctive and unique director with his own style. Moving right along, Best Actress. What's your prediction?
Once again, Precious, Gaborni Sabidi, I believe.
I don't know. It's one of those things. I've been watching all award season, and I still don't know how to pronounce her name.
Once again, no, I believe it's Speedy, but once again, a very, very special performance by a very unknown actress, budding actress, really. I think it's an incredible performance.
Yeah, I see her as the dark horse in that race, along with Carey Mulligan. I think the major combatants here may well be Sandra Bullock, who, let's remember, won the Golden Globe and the Screen Actors Guild Award. I have issues with that.
I would hate to see that happen, but
and Meryl Streep for Julie and Julia seems to be a main competitor as well. I'd kind of like to see Meryl Streep win, but just based on what we've been seeing, I think Sandra Bullock may take home the prize. Though, frankly, if you actually look at the Oscar polls at this point, no one seems quite sure. Sandra Bullock's kind of being treated as a lock for Best Actress because of her previous wins, but there seems to be a lot of division among Academy voters about who they're voting for. So it's possible. It may still be anyone's game. So don't hold me to that prediction of Sandra Bullock. But I would probably prefer Meryl Streep to win. But it's possible again that they may split the vote, and Citibank may walk away with the top prize. But let's see. Moving on, Best Actor.
Best Actor. I would really like to see the Hurt Locker's Jeremy Renner's performance. I've not seen the film, but I believe that will most likely win Best Actor. I don't know much about it, but I'm supposing I'm predicting to win, I guess.
Just based on the buzz, I don't think Jeremy Renner has much of a chance, quite frankly.
Are you thinking Jeff Bridges?
I'm thinking Jeff Bridges. I mean, he's won the 2 major acting awards that we've got so far. He's won. I mean, admittedly, with the Critics Associations early in the season, George Clooney and Morgan Freeman were looking like the top contenders for Up in the Air and Invictus, respectively. But after that sort of dwindled. And so the top competitor now does seem to be Jeff Bridges, and it looks like the enthusiasm is relatively unabated. Now, as for my pick for best performance, not the one that will win, but the one I think should win, I would actually pick Colin Firth for A Single Man.
Sure.
It was an incredible, subtle performance, and I had a lot of respect for it. So if I got to decide, I would pick Colin Firth. Any more thoughts, or shall we move to Best Picture?
Once again, like you said, if I were to pick the Best Picture of the year, I would actually pick District 9. I felt that was, in my opinion, the best picture of the year. I thought it was very, very well made with these, this political, I suppose, political message. Subtext, I suppose, of this apartheid.
Not very subtle subtext.
No, not subtle, but I thought it was a very unique message that people really have forgotten about, especially I have. But bringing that back up in the form of a sci-fi film and throwing your preconceived notions of a sci-fi film in your face, I thought that was very well done.
I didn't like it as much as you did, but I did feel it sort of elevated the blockbuster, and that I think it deserved a lot of praise for. Is that your prediction, or?
It is not my prediction. My prediction would be The Hurt Locker. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but that seems like it won't win.
Yeah, the main competitors at this point, as far as I'm concerned, are Hurt Locker and Avatar, though Inglourious Basterds does have a tiny chance of sneaking in, not very large, honestly. I picked The Hurt Locker too, but only by a very thin margin. At this point, it's really anybody's game. They've got a new voting system, called the preferential voting system, which I won't go into here, and a lot of people are very confused about it, and it takes forever to explain. But people are thinking The Hurt Locker could really benefit from that. There have been a couple of bumps along the road. One of the producers apparently sent an inappropriate, insulting email, and has actually been barred from accepting the award if The Hurt Locker does win. But that's only one of the producers. But we don't know how that will influence voters' opinions, because of course the entire Academy gets to vote on the big award. So I don't know how it will affect it. And Avatar is still the strong underdog competitor. So it's really going to be really interesting. I mean, not since 2005 have we seen such a close race, where eventually underdog Crash won out over Brokeback Mountain. But I think here Hurt Locker currently has the best chance of taking the top prize. Although on the night, we shall see. It's going to be tough to call.
Once again, I'd really hate to see Avatar take it, because not at all the best picture in my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, it like with Sandra Bullock, I don't think it's bad. I don't think Sandra Bullock gave a bad performance at all. It's best performance of her career. Avatar, it's not the best of James Cameron's career. I think that's Terminator 2, quite frankly. Best action movie ever made, in my opinion, in many ways. But,
I would agree.
But they're both good, both Sandra Bullock's performance and Avatar. But I don't want to see them win, mostly because there are better films and better performances out there, and I would hate to see them ignored by the Academy come the day. But again, we have no influence. So
if only we did. Yes.
Those are our current predictions. 4 days away from the ceremonies. Please don't hold us to them. But for now, I'm Stefan Melnick.
I'm John So Much.
And that's all that's coming soon. Thank you, and have a good afternoon.